Right now, let's talk about where we are on trans issues. Again, that's also an issue in Qatar as well, isn't it? But Eddie Izzard vying to become the next MP for the Labour Party, in Sheffield, and Kemi Badenoch in the new role as Equalities Minister, taking over indeed from Nadeem Zahawi, we just spoke to. Let's talk about what's going on there with Maya Forstater, Executive Director of Sex Matters. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Julia.
Thank you very much. I have to say, the appointment of Kemi Badenoch into the role, I'm going to keep holding, it's Badenoch, not Badenoch, I must remember this, into this role as Equalities Minister alongside international trade, has basically, it's thrilled all the right people and it's annoyed all the right people, hasn't it? Including the editor of Pink News.
Yes, it really has. I mean, the thing with Kemi Badenoch is she understands that this is a women's rights issue and it's about child protection. You know, she's not approaching this as a culture war. She's approaching this seriously, and she's being attacked by Pink News, saying that she's anti-LGBTQIA+, and
no one knows what they stand for.
And so she came in storming in her first parliamentary questions, and called them out on defaming her on Twitter.
I have to say, and now there's accusations back. This is for Chief Executive of Pink News, Benjamin Cohen. I've had some run-ins with him as well, accused me of being transphobic. Well, basically, Kemi Badenoch's been accused of it, J.K. Rowling, everybody, you're accused of it. We're all apparently transphobic just for stating things like men can't become women and women can't become men. Biological facts. That doesn't make you transphobic. I've seen nothing that J.K. Rowling, you, or Kemi Badenoch has ever said that's transphobic. No sign at all of any hatred or abuse or undermining of trans people, simply stating biological facts.
Right, and now she's shown that she won't be bullied. And yeah. I think that enrages the bullies.
Doesn't it? I mean, that is the key thing, isn't it? And on the issue of Eddie Izzard, this is an interesting issue. I've got plenty of time for people who want to just live their life how they want to live. I don't care whether you wear a dress or wear makeup or wear heels or don't wear heels. But he, having identified basically as a man, he's not identified. He's a man. And he likes wearing women's clothing a lot of the time, nail varnish and lipstick or whatever. He's talked about how he goes in and out of girl mode and boy mode. Interestingly, depending on what shoes he's wearing. I've got flat shoes on right now, so I'm talking to you in boy mode, Maya. Apparently, but he now wants to be known as she or her preferred pronouns and identifies as a woman. Now, this is a very big change because he is a man. He has had no surgery, no treatment. He simply puts on a dress and heels and lipstick and puts fake boobs in his bra, and then he's being treated as a woman. And under Labour Party policy, he could stand on an all-women shortlist.
It's ridiculous. Like you say, everyone knows Eddie Izzard is a man. Saying that he's doing things in girl mode is insulting. He has no experience of being a woman because he's a man. I don't think any kind of surgery, hormones, clothing, makeup turn a man into a woman. But it's very obvious with Eddie Izzard that he isn't a woman. But, he has been using women's toilets since even before he said he was a woman. Since, when he was honestly said he was a transvestite, he's been using women's toilets and telling girls and women who are scared and upset that it's their fault and they're bullying him.
Yeah, I mean, he's spoken about this openly, almost rather proudly, which I found absolutely extraordinary. If teenage girls are intimidated by most men of whatever sexuality or whatever they want to wear, their main concern in life is not upsetting teenage girls. The last thing you'd ever want to do is why they don't want to share toilets with them. They don't want to scare them. This is the thing, and the fact he's proudly boasted about this, I find really strange. This is the thing. I'm sure you couldn't care and I couldn't care what he wears, but we do care when he claims to be something and the Labour Party leader, Keir Starmer, agrees that he can say he's a woman, or he's a woman on a Wednesday because he's wearing heels, but he's a man on a Tuesday because he's not. I mean, that's an insult. Being a woman is more than the height of your heel or your lipstick.
Absolutely. It's an insult to say that women is a costume. And, Labour don't have all-women shortlists at the moment, but when they do, it's there to promote women into politics. not men who are wearing lipstick. It's as simple as that. And it's quite disappointing that Keir Starmer can't stand by the policies that they have to promote women.
I just don't think you're electable if you don't know whether a woman has a penis or a cervix or not. I'm sorry, I just don't think it's possible to be a Prime Minister of this country on that basis. Maya Forstater, just love your work. Thank you so much. Executive Director of Sex Matters.